Hello everyone, welcome to Barca News. It is March 3rd, 2024, and Real Madrid are blaming Barcelona for their draw against Valencia. Also, Ilkay Gundogan is amongst the best in all of Europe. And finally, Robert Lewandowski's future at Barcelona is uncertain. We have a lot to discuss, so let's begin. Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. My name is Mo, and before we begin with the news, just a quick reminder to make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and drop a comment. All of this helps this channel continue to grow. Also, if you are looking for any Barcelona jerseys or merchandise, make sure you hit the kit bag. And if you are looking to place any sports bets, make sure you hit the Bet Us. Both links for kit bag and Bet Us are down below in the description. Now, begin with the news that Barcelona drew today against Athletic Club de Bilbao 0-0 at San Mamés, wasting a chance to cut the distance between them and Real Madrid and also surpassing Girona to second place. And I did do a post-match live analysis. So if you do want to hear my review or my analysis of the match, make sure you check out the video on the channel. During the match, both Pedri and Frenkie de Jong had to leave the field due to injuries. We don't have updates yet because medical exams will be performed tomorrow. So as soon as I do have news about their injuries, of course, you can find it here on the channel. So make sure to stay tuned. Now, speaking of injuries, I do have good news for you because Gabi just finished the first phase of his recovery. And as such, he had to go undergo medical exams in order to see how the phase. And not only did the medical exams came back positive, but it actually seems that Gabi is exceeding all the expectations and his recovery is actually going much better than initially anticipated. So that is great news for our young warrior. Now, that's not all the news about Gabi because it's reported that he is also incredibly happy with how the club have been treating him, where they have constantly been checking up on him, making sure he has everything that he needs, also helping him not only with the physical recovery, but also with the mental recovery. And he attributes all of that mostly to Deco, who has been on Gabi's case since day one, always checking up on him, encouraging him, motivating him, including him in everything, because that's usually a complaint that players have when they suffer long injuries, where they feel isolated from their clubs, but not with Gabi, where he's been included in many of the activities. You know, we've seen him joining the trainings, obviously just from the sidelines watching. We've seen him present at Barcelona matches. We've seen him in the locker room. So Gabi, very happy with his recovery, very happy with how the club are treating him, more specifically Deco, who has been at the beck and call of our young warrior. And of course, the great news that his recovery is going much better than initially planned and anticipated. So who knows, maybe Gabi could be fully ready for the preseason this upcoming summer. Now, more news because it's reported that Real Madrid are blaming Joan Laporta and Xavi Hernandez for their draw against Valencia. Now, this story is absolutely full of irony. It's hilarious. So I'm going to try to keep a straight face as I go through this report. But in case you don't know what happened in the match between Real Madrid and Valencia, the match was drawn 2-2. And after the stoppage time had ended, the referee Gil Manzano blew the whistle as Real Madrid were about to send the cross into the box. The cross ended up being turned into a goal. But of course, since Gil Manzano had blown the whistle, he didn't count the goal, and Real Madrid players got really upset. And as a result, Jude Bellingham was shown a red card for protesting. Now, Real Madrid are currently complaining, saying that the reason the draw happened is because Joan Laporta and Xavi Hernandez had criticized the referees before, and as such, they feel that Xavi and Laporta have put pressure on referees, and as such, that is why they were quote-unquote robbed during the match against Valencia. And it's also reported that Real Madrid are gonna try to look for some kind of action with the CTA or the committee of referees. They want to take up their complaint with them because they feel like they could end up losing La Liga because of referees, and it's all due to Laporta and Xavi Hernandez complaining. Now, this is full of irony. It's pretty hilarious because, as you already know, Real Madrid have been publishing videos week after week since the beginning of the season through Real Madrid TV, where they constantly are criticizing referees. Whenever they find out who the referee for their upcoming match is, they drop a video criticizing the referee. But according to them, those videos have absolutely no repercussions. They don't affect anything. But because Laporta and Xavi Hernandez complain about refereeing, that does have an effect. So when Barcelona does it, it does have an effect. It does pressure referees. But when Real Madrid do it week after week, that's okay because it has no effect. Now, the other ironic part about this whole story is that the referee was Gil Manzano. If you don't know who Gil Manzano by now, he is the referee that was caught leaving the Bernabeu with bags full of gifts. He is a self-declared Madridista. He's a referee that's always been a thorn in Barcelona's side and has always ruled in favor of Real Madrid. So he's pretty much someone that Madrid really likes. In fact, Real Madrid TV have never made a video about him because, again, he is a Madridista. He's always ruled in their favor. And this time, he's the one who ended up screwing them. So a pretty hilarious story, but more important, very hypocritical on the side of Real Madrid, saying that when Laporta and Xavi complain about referees, that's putting pressure on referees, but them publishing video after video, week after week, that's okay. No one's affected by that. But anyways, on to the news that Ilkay Gundogan, ladies and gentlemen, is amongst the best in Europe's top 5. In fact, not is he amongst the best, it's actually the best when it comes to chance creation. That Ilkay Gundogan, and I will make this bigger for you so you can see it better, has generated a total of 100 chances. He is the top chance creator in Europe's top 5 leagues. He has 30 more chances than Toni Kroos, again saying a number 1 in Europe, with number 2 being Bruno Fernandes with 96 chance creations. Then Pascal Gross from Brighton with 91. Then we have Bukayo Saka with 82. In 5th place, we have Julian Alvarez with 82 as well. Then, of course, we have Phil Foden, Leroy Sané, Isco, Griffo, and I don't want to butcher that name, so I'm not even going to bother saying it. But really cool statistic. Ilkay Gundogan, the best chance creator in Europe's top 5, which is a really good statistic to keep in mind of, because a lot of times the great work that Ilkay Gundogan does goes unnoticed. And this is, a huge testament to how good he's been in the midfield. Now, more news, because it's reported that Robert Lewandowski's future is uncertain at Barcelona. Now, Lewandowski's salary or contract is an ascending one, means that with every season his salary increases. Next season, 2024-2025, his salary will be incredibly high. He's going to take up a lot of space on the wage bill. And as such, Barcelona are open to the idea of perhaps offloading him if a big offer comes from the MLS or Saudi Arabia, which is reported that there are a lot of interest in the MLS and Saudi Arabia in Robert Lewandowski. Now, Lewandowski himself has said he doesn't want to leave. And again, Barcelona are open to the idea, but they're not willing to force his exit, because Barcelona are very thankful to Lewandowski that he came to the club during a very difficult time, that from day one, he immediately, started helping the team, being the top scorer last season. Sure, he hasn't replicated his performance from last season, but he's still our top scorer this season, having scored 18 goals. So the club are very thankful to Lewandowski. They value him very highly. So yes, they are open to the idea of him leaving. However, they're not going to force his exit. So they would only be open to it, of course, if Lewandowski agrees. Now, it's reported that Barcelona's next coach will have a lot to do with this. The next coach will be the one to determine whether he wants to, keep Lewandowski or not. If the next coach says no, then Barcelona will sit down and talk with Lewandowski, see if, they can convince him to leave. But again, they're not going to force his exit, because Barcelona do value him highly. They're thankful to him, but of course they are open to him leaving, because if he does, not only would Barcelona could make a decent amount in transfer money, but they can also clear a lot of space on his wage bill, which could go a long way in helping Barcelona reinforce the squad, which, as you already know by now, Barcelona want to reinforce the pivot and the left wing. Anyways, that is all the news for tonight. Again, I did do a post-match live analysis. So if you are interested, make sure to check out the video on the channel. I will see you in tomorrow's video. Have a good night or good morning wherever you are in the world. And as always, Visca Barça.